Hey everybody, welcome again to the Landlord Guild. I'm Steve Tyree from T'Vinci Properties, a residential property management company in High Point, North Carolina. I'm happy to help you with your rentals, maximizing profitability and keeping the property up so that all of your tenants can live in homes that they are proud of and be treated a way that would make your mother proud. I promised you in a prior video about tenant screening that I would share the story of Spoon Lady. Now, this one is a tactic for verifying identity that came to mind recently because everybody's dealing with AI and things that can be faked, from pictures to videos. So it's getting more and more important that you identify your tenants and you know who you're talking to, who you're renting a property to. One time a while ago, my team was struggling about what to do with a tenant moving to the area, and they were very short on time, and it was an urgent situation for them to find a place to rent. They'd done the best they could do searching remotely, but they just didn't have the freedom to come to the area and meet any of the team members in person. But they knew they wanted one of the properties that we had available for rent. And the team had gotten their ID, and I overheard the conversations in the tenant screening process. And I said, but how do you know you're really renting to that person? They said, well, we got our ID, we have our contact information. So far, everything checks out. And I said, yeah, but what if she's got somebody else's ID and she's just fronting as that person and wants to, steal their identity to rent a place? Now, it's an extreme example. I can't say it's happened to us, but the team said, well, how should we verify who she is? And it reminded me of a story that I'd shared with family and friends before of our daughters growing up. And one of them was interested in the internet and social media, and she was making online friends. And there was a point in preteen age, she was pretty certain she understood who she was communicating with. And I said, but how do you know that's really who you're talking to? And the example was, well, it's another 11-year-old girl, and she's told me about her, and I've told her about me. We're becoming friends. And I said, well, what's her name? And have you got a picture of her? Yeah. And did you give her a picture of you? And at that point, it was time to scare my preteen child into a little reality and defensive posture in dealing with the internet. So I said, what if that's a 30-year-old creepy man pretending to be a girl? No, that couldn't be the case. She seems just like me, and she's nice, and that people don't do that. And I said, well, how could we challenge the fact that is the girl's picture and it is who you think you're talking to? I said, why don't you do this? You've already sent her a picture of you. I would like you to go to the kitchen and get a spoon and take a picture of yourself with a spoon and send it to that little girl. And just ask her to send you a picture of her with a spoon back. Pretty much everybody can find a spoon, right? Even if it's a plastic spoon from the to-go meal, or one in their kitchen drawer, or, a play spoon. She'll find something and she'll send you back a picture of her with a spoon. But if it's a creepy 30-year-old guy trying to find prey on the internet, he won't be able to give you a picture of that girl with a spoon. And she requested it. She did what I said, a little reluctantly, and the girl ghosted her. And I think she learned that might not have been who she thought it was on the other side of that conversation. So back to my team in property management and tenant screening, we were trying to confirm that the woman was the person on the ID. And I said, well, why don't you get her to take a picture of her with a spoon? If it is the person on that ID, then you'll get back a picture of the person that matches the picture on the ID. And even if they've got a photo of someone who's not them and that person's ID, it'll be hard for them to create one of them holding a spoon. Well, apparently the lady that was applying obliged, but she found it hard to take a one-handed selfie. So we got a picture of her holding the spoon and holding the camera, sort of this way. And we enjoyed the laugh and verified it was her. And she went on to be a happy renter and live in a T'Vinci home where she could be proud of the home she lived in and be treated with respect and dignity that everybody deserves. And while our property owner could enjoy a long, profitable tenancy, providing housing that their mother could be proud of. Thanks for joining me at T'Vinci Properties and our Landlord Guild. Again, when you're ready for professional property management, reach out to us and tap into 3 decades of experience screening many thousands of tenants, and let us help you as well.